Hello friends. Welcome to my new Java Enterprise Programming tutorial series video. Today, I will teach you how to browse messages on queue using Java Message Service API. Friends, the Java Message Service API provides a mechanism for Java EE applications to send messages to each other. In my previous tutorials, I created a Java class by name, Message Sender. I demonstrated how Message Sender class produced and send message to a queue. I created a text message as hello JMS and forwarded it to queue through send method. I also created a Java class by name, Message Receiver. This class was responsible to consume message from queue through receive body method. The link to my previous video is provided in description below. As soon as message gets consumed, it is removed from the messaging queue. In this tutorial, we will discuss how to browse queue messages without actually removing them. In order to browse messages on a JMS queue, let's create a Java class. Right-click on my JMS client application and select New, Other. New File dialog box gets open. In the Categories list, select Java and select Java main class in the File Types list. Click Next. New Java class dialog box gets open. Provide a class name as Message Browser. Go to Package and provide a package name as com.hubberspot.browser. Click Finish. A new Java class by name, Message Browser gets created. In order to browse messages on a queue, Message Browser needs to know about the connection factory and queue. Using @rate resource annotation, we will inject connection factory and queue. I have discussed it in my previous tutorial. Let's copy-paste injection of both dependencies from Message Receiver class. In the main method, let's write code to browse text messages on a queue. In order to create a connection and session to a queue, we have to create a JMS context. Connection factory instance helps in creating a JMS context. Using create context method of connection factory, we create an instance of JMS context and assign it to JMS context reference variable. JMS context helps us in creating JMS queue browser. In this tutorial, we will browse messages from queue, therefore we have to create an instance of queue browser. Create an instance of queue browser. Using create browser method of JMS context, we create an instance of queue browser. This method needs to know from which destination queue it has to browse message. Therefore, provide an instance of static variable queue to it and assign it to queue browser reference variable. After creating instance of queue browser, let's iterate over messages present on the queue. Queue browser has a method by name, getEnumeration. This method throws a JMS exception. Let's handle it in try-catch surrounding block. Enumeration objects helps us in iterating over queue messages. Let's create a reference variable of type enumeration having name as JMS browser. GetEnumeration method returns back an instance of enumeration. Let's assign it to JMS browser reference variable. We will now iterate over each message on a queue through a while loop. Enumeration object has a method by name, has more elements. It returns true if there are elements left to be browsed. In our case, elements are nothing but the queue messages. This while loop will continue to loop, till messages on a queue are browsed by enumeration object. In the while loop, let's print each message on the Java console. For that, enumeration object has a method by name, next element. This method returns back an instance of element, that is message currently it is browsing. As messages on queue are text messages, we will typecast message to text message. And assign it to text message reference variable. In order to print text message on console, we will use getText method of text message instance. GetText method will returns a string of message on queue. Enumeration object does not remove message on queue. It only browse message on the queue. Let's go to message sender class and create few messages. Let's name it as Message 1. Message 2. Message 3. Message 4. After creating these 4 messages, let's send it to queue through send method present in JMS producer. Currently, message queue is empty, and after running message sender class it will send 4 messages on queue. Let's clear Java console and run message sender class. It displays message sent successfully. Therefore, currently on message queue there are 4 messages. Let's browse each message through message browser class. Right-click and run message browser. It displays all the 4 browsed messages on console. But it doesn't remove messages from the queue. Let's run message receiver class twice, and remove message 1 and message 2 from the queue. Now if we run message browser class, it displays message 3 and message 4 on the console. As message 1 and message 2 are been consumed by message receiver class. Thus, we saw that queue browser doesn't remove messages from queue, it only browse messages. So friends, go through this video 2 to 3 times so that, how to browse messages on queue using Java Message Service API, concept gets more clear to you. Hope you like this video. Please give 1 minute to like, share, comment or subscribe my channel, or you can visit my website at www.hubberspot.com.